Imagine being able to walk into any country in the world and speak to the people there like a native. Imagine understanding books, songs, and conversations in 50 different languages. For most of us, learning just one new language is a big challenge. But for one man, this was reality. His name was Giuseppe Mezzofanti, and he lived in the 19th century. He was not a spy. He was not a traveler. He was a simple priest and a librarian. Yet by the end of his life, he could speak over 50 languages fluently. How did he do it? Let's find out.
Giuseppe Mezzofanti was born in Bologna, Italy, in the year 1774. He grew up in a very ordinary family. His father was a poor carpenter. They did not have much money. But young Giuseppe had a special gift. He had an incredible memory. When he was just a child, he heard priests speaking Latin in the church. Soon he could speak Latin perfectly. Then he learned Greek. Then he learned Hebrew. He did not have expensive teachers. He just listened, read, and repeated. When he was only 12 years old, he was already fluent in 4 languages. People in his town began to notice him. They called him a miracle. But Giuseppe did not stop. He continued to study every day. He loved languages like other children loved toys. He read books in different languages and memorized entire pages. He did not just learn words, he learned the music of each language. As he grew older, Giuseppe Mezzofanti became a priest. He also became a librarian. This was a perfect job for him. He spent his days surrounded by books from all over the world. Every time he found a book in a new language, he tried to learn it. He did not travel to other countries. Instead, travelers came to him. Priests, soldiers, sailors, and merchants from distant lands visited Bologna. Mezzofanti spoke to them. He asked them questions. He listened to their accents. He learned their native languages directly from their mouths. He could learn a new language in just a few weeks. Soon, his fame spread across Europe. Kings and queens heard about this man who could speak every language. They invited him to their courts. They wanted to test him. They wanted to see if his talent was real. One famous story tells us about a group of young foreign students who visited him. They came from Russia, Poland, Turkey, and Arabia. Each student spoke only their own native language. Mezzofanti met them and spoke to each student in their own language. He switched from Russian to Polish, from Turkish to Arabic, without any difficulty. The students were shocked. They could not believe their ears. The most famous test came from a group of English scholars. They wanted to trick him. They brought a prisoner from a faraway island. This prisoner spoke a very rare language that almost no one in Europe knew. The scholars asked Mezzofanti to speak to the prisoner. Mezzofanti sat down and began to talk. The prisoner's eyes opened wide. He could understand everything. The prisoner said that Mezzofanti spoke his language like a native. The scholars were defeated. They knew that Mezzofanti was truly a genius. But what was his secret? How did he learn so many languages so quickly? His first secret was simple. He listened more than he spoke. He always paid close attention to the rhythm and sound of a language. His second secret was that he never used a dictionary to memorize words. Instead, he learned entire sentences. He learned words in context, inside stories and conversations. His third secret was that he spoke to real people. He did not just study books. He searched for native speakers to talk to. He was not afraid to make mistakes. He just kept talking. Mezzofanti reached an incredible level. By the end of his life, he could speak 50 languages perfectly. Some historians say he actually spoke over 70. He could even speak languages that were very strange and difficult, like Hungarian and Basque.
He became the official interpreter for the Catholic Church. Popes asked him to translate important letters from all over the world. He met famous writers and scientists. Everyone wanted to meet the man who could speak to anyone. However, his life was not always easy. He was often very busy and had little time for himself. People constantly visited him and asked him to show his talent. Sometimes he felt tired. But he never lost his love for languages. He believed that learning a language was a way to understand a person's heart. He said that every language gives you a new soul. He wanted to connect with people, not just show off his memory. Giuseppe Mezzofanti died in 1849. He was 75 years old. He left behind no secret formula. He left behind no magic book. He only left behind his example. He showed us that learning a language is not about being smart. It is about being curious. It is about being patient. It is about being brave enough to speak even when you are not perfect. So, what can we learn from this man? The next time you feel that English is too hard, remember Mezzofanti. He did not learn 50 languages overnight. He learned them one word at a time, one conversation at a time. If he could speak to the whole world, you can learn to speak one new language. It is not about talent. It is about practice, curiosity, and courage. Now, I want to ask you a question. Which language would you love to learn and why? Write your answer in the comments below. I read all of them. If you enjoyed this story and want to improve your English with more amazing stories, please like this video and subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to click the bell so you never miss a new story. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.